2018 was a tumultuous and uncertain time for America's 60,000 pork producers. Throughout the year, we visited farms across the country to hear your concerns and listened as you gave us our marching orders. In response, we continued the work to expand and defend America's export markets throughout the world and pushed for reasonable industry regulations to not just protect, but grow your livelihood. We worked diligently to highlight the serious financial harm inflicted on producers through retaliation in connection with trade disputes with Mexico and China. Our top priority was, and remains, the restoration of zero-tariff trade with Mexico. We pushed hard throughout the year for a trade agreement with Japan. We've turned up the volume as new competing trade agreements between Japan and the CPTPP nations and Japan and the EU have been implemented. These trade deals threaten U.S. pork's market share in our highest value export market. We consistently called out the need to include agriculture in any trade negotiation with the European Union. While we are calling for a resolution to the metals dispute with Mexico and Canada, we're also advocating in support of the U.S.-Mexico-Canada trade agreement, which will maintain zero-tariff pork trade with Mexico and Canada for the long term. We celebrated the completion of a modernized free trade deal with Korea that preserves zero-tariff access to South Korea, along with new export markets opening in Paraguay and Argentina. While we can't disclose details because of sensitivities, NPPC also literally saved the industry's bacon in Colombia this year. And we position pork producers well for USDA's trade mitigation program, which included $559 million for pork purchases, the largest share of the Agricultural Marketing Services Food Assistance Program, and second largest share of direct payments to producers. We know the health of your livestock is your livelihood. As the voice of our industry, we fought for, continue to fight for, reasonable legislation and regulation in the pork industry. We called for a 2018 Farm Bill that secured critical animal disease prevention, surveillance, and emergency response funding. We worked tirelessly to oppose the FDA's attempt to take regulatory control of laboratory-produced cultured protein and gene-edited livestock. To fight African swine fever, we partnered with the USDA to strengthen U.S. Customs and Border Protection inspections and advocated for priority research to prevent and respond to threats, and ensured essential USDA livestock functions remained operational during 2 government shutdowns, including mandatory price reporting and inspections. We supported the Farm Act to exempt farmers from reporting routine farm emissions under the Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act. We secured a delay of commercial driving regulations for livestock haulers, advocating for animal health and safety, while new rules can be created that balance the needs of driver and animal. As the voice of the industry for 30 years, we continued the work to expand and defend America's export markets throughout the world and pushed for reasonable industry regulations to not just protect, but grow your livelihood. With your hard work and support, we've come out stronger than ever and are emboldened and ready to fight even harder for you and your livestock in 2019. We'll continue connecting pork producers to the world, hearing your concerns, and advancing the goals that will build a strong foundation for our industry for generations to come.